Hi, so in this video we will be learning how to record a macro. For this example here, so we have two different destinations, Beijing and Hong Kong. So we want to sort these for one for Hong Kong and one for Beijing, and then the other macro will be for all flights. So how we usually would do this is you will go in developer and you will record it, and then once you press record you will name this macro, and then from that you will go in data and you will go in filter to filter out the flight that you want to take, either to Hong Kong or to Beijing or both. So first of all we will go in developer, click on record macro. So we will call this view Hong Kong flights. Okay, click OK. So you see here it starts with stop recording, so basically it started recording already. So we will select here from B3 to E15. Once you select it, you will go in data, click on filter. So once you click on filter you get these, so you can check, you'll uncheck for Beijing, so you have only Hong Kong. Once you've got Hong Kong in here, you can then go for A1 so that your data is reflected here. Once you select A1, you can then stop recording. Okay, so once you stop recording, so that macro has been added in your code. So the next we'll be doing for Beijing. So similarly we'll go in developer, record macro, call this view Beijing flights, click OK, select B3 to E15, go in data, click on filter, and uncheck Hong Kong, click OK. So you have Hong Kong here, you will select A1 to reflect the results from there, and go in developer and stop recording. Similarly you will then go, uncheck this filter here. Alright, so now we want all flights, so we will click on developer, record macro, view all flights, click OK, select B3 to E15, then we'll go in data, filter, you want all of these, we'll go on A1 and go in developer and stop recording. Alright, so these three macros have been recorded, so let's go check it out in the VBA. So we'll go in developer, Visual Basic, and we will check it in modules here. So here you see these are the three macros that have been recorded. So for view Hong Kong flights, for Beijing, and for all flights. So range B3 is what we selected first, then selection autofilter, active sheet, range, and autofilter. So you see autofilter has been taken into account twice, so we can delete this, and then range A1. So everywhere you see autofilter has been accounted for twice. Here in this case it's been accounted for thrice, and then you have field 1 because it's the flight destination comes in field 1, so this will be field 1, the stops will be 2, class will be 3, price will be 4. So that's field 1, and criteria for here is Hong Kong, here it will be Beijing, and in this it will be nothing since you didn't select anything. So So we have changed our code a bit. So let's see if this works. We will click in it and press play. Let's see if only Hong Kong. So all Hong Kong flights have been shown here. Let's click in Beijing and press play. So all Beijing flights are here. And similarly for view all flights, press play. So you have all the flights listed here. Now next will be to record macros for stops and price. So we will similarly go in developer, record macro. We will call this sort by stops and click OK. So we will select from B3 to E15, go in data, click on sort. So we want to sort by stops, values, and largest to smallest. And we don't want this, so we'll delete this and click OK. So this has been recorded. This has been sorted now. So once you've done that, you can select A1 to reflect your data from A1 and then go in developer, stop recording. Next will be to sort by price. So we will again go in developer, record macro, call this sort by price and click OK. You will select B3 to E15, go in data, sort. This is sort by price, sort on values, and this is also largest to smallest, so we'll click OK. So now you see it's in the descending order. You will select A1 and then you will stop recording. Alright, so these two macros have been recorded, so we will check the codes in VBA now. So click on VBA. Okay. So these are the codes here. So sort by stops and sort by price. So you see it's first selected the range, then the active workbook, and then you have various functions here. You sort it, and then for the range, and then you apply it. So these, the header, the match case, which can be unimportant right now. So since range we have already taken into account worksheets here, we will reduce that statement. Also we will reduce header, match case, orientation, and sort method. Similarly for sort by price, we will so we need apply and we need set range here. Alright, so you see for sort by stops, the range here is from C4 to C15 since the stops column lies in C. You can see it here. So the stops lies in C while the price lies in E. So the range is selected accordingly here. So once you've edited these macros, you can press play. So it works. So you have stops from largest to smallest. Similarly, we will press play for sorts by price. Let's see if this works. So this is in descending order too. Okay, so now we want to write code instead of recording a macro here for our class. So either it's a business or an economy. So we will write our codes here just like we have recorded the macro, so it will be on the same lines. So first you will write sub view economy and click enter. So you get n sub. So these two statements come up. You can copy this code here, which was used for view Hong Kong flights, because it's going to be quite similar. We can copy that. So we have selected the range B3 to E15, and then our field is going to be 3 since destination starts with 1, so this is class is going to be 3. So we will change this to 3, and we are going to change this Hong Kong to economy, and then we select range A1. Similarly, we are going to write the code for business class, so we will copy this and paste it. We'll change this economy to business and change this criteria 1 also to business. Alright, so once that's done, we'll try if this works. So we will press play. Let's see. Yes, so for all, economy is available for the view economy sub procedure, and for business, once we press play, we can place buttons here so that when you click on it, you will directly get the output here using the codes. So the way you can put buttons is by going in developer and going under insert. So you have either the form controls and active X control. So we will try for the active X control first. So this is the command button here. So we click on it and we place it here. So this is a command button. So you can view its properties by going in developer again and click on properties under controls. So these are the properties of the command button. So suppose if you want to name this command button something else related to your code, you can call the CMD Hong Kong, and you can caption this in the captions. You can change it here. So you change this to view Hong Kong flights. So once you change the caption, so you see this changes as well. Alright, so for this button, you cannot assign it a macro directly. So what you will have to do is you have to go in developer, Visual Basic, and you cannot write the code in here. You will have to go in the sheet, and then you will write here for the button. So you have the CMD Hong Kong button here. So you see a private sub procedure is created for this button. So you have to go back in your module and copy this code here for your button for Hong Kong. So you will paste it. So this is your code, and once you've copied it, you can press play and see if it works. So you see you have all the Hong Kong flights here. So that is your ActiveX button. So you have also the form controls here instead of the ActiveX controls. So we will now try putting a form control here. So click on a form control and place it here. So the macro name you want is now view Beijing flights, and you click OK. View Beijing flights. Alright, so these are your Beijing flights here. So already we have assigned it a macro. View Beijing flights, click OK. So you have these flights. Similarly, you can keep adding buttons here, and you can change its format by clicking on Format Control. You have various fonts and alignment sizes. You can change it however you want it. So as you see, we've got the buttons for all the various macros and the sub procedures that we wrote. So you go in Developer, Insert, and under Form Controls or ActiveX Controls, you click on one of the buttons, the command buttons, and you create these and assign the macros to them, and you can edit the names. So view Hong Kong flight will give all the Hong Kong flights. You'll view all the flights here. You go on view Beijing flights. And Beijing flights, if you want to get the maximum number of stops, you get all the maximum stops. If you want the maximum price, you get the maximum price. If only you want business class in Beijing, you have two. And for economy, you have